Mike?
Well, Steve and Bill, the folks, if they were glued to the tube watching that game early, they didn't really miss much because it really turned into a runaway. Southwest Texas State went on to win its second straight NCAA Division II championship easily over Cal Davis. Cal Davis did manage to get on the board in the fourth quarter. Dave White going in from a yard out, but behind 27-9, the Aggies were pretty much out of it. The Bobcats made it 34-9 when Ricky Sanders scampered 14 yards for his second touchdown of the afternoon, and that was the final, 34-9. Southwest Texas State becomes the only NCAA Division II school to win 2 national titles in the NCAA. And very shortly, we will go back to McMinnville to rejoin Steve and Bill, but first, this break.
For an excellent
institutions are taking part in this NAIA National Championship game today, so let's take a close-up look at both Linfield and William Jewell colleges.
William Jewell is a small coeducational college in Liberty, just outside of Kansas City, Missouri. It was founded in 1849 by the Baptists of Missouri and today enrolls 1,400 men and women. The college has built its reputation in the liberal arts. Adding to excellent teaching on campus are opportunities to study overseas at some of the world's greatest universities, including Oxford and Cambridge in England. William Jewell is especially known for its fine arts series, which attracts world-class performers. The opera superstar Luciano Pavarotti gave his American recital debut at William Jewell. At a small college, students participate in many activities, and at Jewell, those areas are traditionally athletics, music, and debate. The lives of its alumni and students are proof that William Jewell College is the campus of achievement.
Hard markers. So it's impossible to keep your total offense to problems like that.
Linfield College, founded in 1849, is proud of its heritage and proud of the academic excellence of its graduates. Affiliated with the American Baptist Church, Linfield has an enrollment of 1,300 students and maintains a faculty-student ratio of 1:13. The college has fostered a caring tradition where emphasis is placed on both the students' academic and personal growth. According to the National Academy of Sciences, Linfield ranks in the top 5% of U.S. colleges and universities in the percentage of graduates who go on to earn Ph.D. degrees. 75% of the college's pre-med and pre-law students are admitted to professional schools. The college has recently joined forces with Good Samaritan Hospital in Portland to create the Linfield Good Samaritan School of Nursing. International student centers now operate in France, Austria, Japan, and Costa Rica as part of Linfield's growing international program, and the college's off-campus programs offer undergraduate degrees in management, liberal studies, and nursing to adults throughout the state.
Back at McMinnville High School, Linfield leads 26-7 here at halftime. We have some halftime highlights to show you. An exciting first half, and all the excitement got going right off the bat. William and Jewell received the kickoff, and they had the first play from scrimmage, and that's where all the action began. There it is, an 87-yard touchdown pass. Groom to Jimmy Reed. First play from scrimmage of this ball game. 7-0, William Jewell up on top.
I'll tell you one thing, if you weren't on time here at Wortman Stadium, you missed the very first scoring play.
Wildcats came right back. This is Dan Crowell, 30-yard run, and it sets up Linfield's first touchdown. The Wildcats ran the ball very well all during the first half. And here's the first touchdown pass. Randy Mueller goes to Kent Bostic. There's the touchdown. We're tied at 7 apiece. Next, William Jewell on offense, passes over the middle, intercepted. Mike McAllister, a turnover, and that leads to a touchdown. 15 yards, Dan Crowell right up the middle. Great job there on the offensive line. Crowell straight up the middle, 15 yards. Linfield is taking command. And here we have Tim DeCrelli, pass and run. A great effort here for another touchdown. The Wildcats right now leading 20-7. All the work there. Now here's a crucial play on the punt. Watch closely. You'll see it hit Twig right there. fumble. Linfield recovers late in the first half. That leads to their final touchdown. Mike Freeman from a yard out, and there's where we're at right now. Linfield leads 26-7. They have capitalized on several William Jewell mistakes to get that lead, and that's the key right there. They're getting the mistakes, and they're capitalizing.
Well, I think it's a very big point, too, for Linfield, Steve. When you take a look at William Jewell coming out and scoring on the first play of the game, when you are hit with an 87-yard bomb on the first play of the game, I know a lot of folks here at the stadium were thinking, my gosh, what are we getting into this afternoon? And all of a sudden, we have William Jewell College up by the quick score of 7-0. But the Wildcats came right back. They authored their own drive. They came back and they scored. It was 7-7. And you're right, turnovers have certainly been a key in the game. And just, I think Linfield appears to be a little more emotionally ready for this football game. And certainly a big key to that has to be the home field advantage.
It takes a lot of character for a team to come back after being stung so quickly, so fast in a ball game. Last week they were down 9-0 to Westminster, came back, scored 37 unanswered points. This week down 7-0. They've scored 26 unanswered points. They're making it a blowout. So right now it's all Linfield.
You know, we were looking at some of the quarter scores throughout the year, and as far as first quarter play is concerned, Linfield, as being an awesome a team as it is not really the quickest starting team in the country. The Wildcats fell behind many, many times throughout the year, but the Wildcats were able to come back and play some very strong football, and especially in second half play. Now, of course, with our halftime break, 26-7, Linfield on top by a very wide margin. But, Steve, as the old saying goes, there is still plenty of football to go.
Entered today's game as a team really that you were supposed to not be able to run against. A couple quick notes. Dan Crowell, Linfield, 8 rushes, 77 yards. Tim McCrelly, 7 rushes for 34 yards. William Jewell's defense came into this game averaging only giving up 68 yards a game. So obviously the Wildcats have had great success running the ball.
I would think in the second half, as we look ahead as far as William Jewell is concerned, being down by the score of 26-7, William Jewell on the year only scored 6 touchdowns through the air, and yet passing yardage per game, the Cardinals actually gained more through the air than they did on the ground, just about 20 yards more a game. I think that we're going to see the air filled with a football with the Cardinals all over for the second half. I think there's no doubt about that this Missouri team will have to go to the air to try and pick up some yardage and pick it up very, very quickly, because we do only have one half of football left, and Linfield enjoying a very comfortable lead right now of 26-7. Probably comfortable is a misleading word for Ad Rutschman right now. He won't be comfortable until the game comes to an end.
You betcha. You see the Wildcats entering the field again. Receiving, Howard Hines, number 17, 2 receptions, 31 yards. McCrelly, 2 receptions, 41 yards. They're getting the big plays. Lance Lopes, 3 receptions for 64 yards. Lopes, a tight end, and the Wildcats again, success going to their tight end today.
Well, and Ad Rutschman made the comment to us during the week that they would try one area, try another area. They'd go back to an area if they had great success in that area. And Linfield has had a very varied offense throughout the entire afternoon. And the Linfield Wildcats are leading by the score of 26-7. And Ad Rutschman, if he doesn't win this game today, it'll be his 112th career victory. And Steve, I have a hunch it's going to be one that he'll remember for a long, long time to come. His first ever national championship, and this is 15th year as head football coach at Linfield.
Okay, quickly, down to Steve Wick. Steve?
Very explosive ball club, and I tell you, we've got to eliminate the big plays, and we talked about that all week, and we gave up one right off the bat, but we've been able to hold them down. But they're really moving the football, and we've got to play a great second half to win the game, I believe. Well, nothing, no. I think they've done everything that we've seen so far, and we saw it on film is what I mean, and so I think we're well prepared, and nothing really surprises us, but they're a very talented group. Okay, Coach Lee.
All right, Steve, back to you for the second half.
All right, Steve, that was defensive coordinator Mike Riley. We apologize for the audio, but Mike Riley basically said, no, they're not surprising us with anything. We've seen it before on film. It's just that we're really doing our job, and we're getting the job done.
Well, I think, Steve, you really hit the nail on the head when he said we cannot allow the Cardinals the big scoring plays. If they do score a couple of touchdowns and take some long drives, of course, that'll evaporate an awful lot of the clock. But to have another play, as we did on the first play from scrimmage, the 87-yard scoring pass for the Cardinals. A play like that not only takes very little time, but also it can turn all the momentum around in a football game, and you can be ahead by a couple of touchdowns. But once you start looking over your shoulder for the guys coming up, then you're going to be in an awful lot of problems. And I think that's an area that Linfield just doesn't want to touch upon. I would look for Linfield probably not to play a very conservative offense. I think that too many teams in football and basketball get a big lead, and all of a sudden they decide, well, let's slow it down and let's be conservative. That is not the way teams gain success, and the way you gain success is by playing your own game for 60 minutes a game. So I think the Wildcats will probably still throw. They'll probably still run as much as they possibly can, but they'll go to the air and try and play their own type of football, and most importantly of all, maintain the intensity that they had in that first half of play.
Let's be realistic. We have the top 2 NAIA Division II football teams playing here today. William Jewell would not be here right now if they couldn't come from behind. They're down by the 26-7 score, but the last thing we do is count that football team out of today's ballgame, because they're explosive, they're powerful, they obviously know what they're doing. They could come back.
Well, as Steve pointed out, we really do have the cream of the crop here at Wortman Stadium on the McMinnville High School campus. William Jewell may be down by the score of 26-7, but this is an exceptional football team, head coached by Vic Wallace, now rounding out his second year.
William Jewell will be kicking off to start the second half. They'll be kicking off to Linfield. The Wildcats will be moving from right to left on your screen. A couple quick rushing notes for William Jewell. Steve Hodges, number 35, has carried the ball 8 times for 67 yards. He's having a good day, 8 yards a pop. Receiving number 86, listen to this, Jimmy Reed, 2 receptions for 97 yards. Of course, 87 of those coming on the first play of the ballgame.
That's a pretty fair average.
You betcha, he'll take that. We're set to go at McMinnville High School. Second half action in the NAIA Division II National Championship game. William Jewell kicking off to Linfield. The Wildcats are leading 26-7. Receiving for the Wildcats, number 26, Terry Holmes. And he's got it at about his 10-yard line. And he's headed straight up the middle. And he's brought down about the 27-yard line. So the Wildcats first and 10 from their own 27 to start off the second half. The lights on here at Wortman Field. We're not really going to need them, I don't think, because the sun has been out all day. Some high clouds, but it's been an absolutely perfect day for football. Okay, backs and receivers for the Wildcats. Freeman, Crowell, Bostic, Hines, Lopes, and Randy Mueller at quarterback. The offensive line, the Rams, Lopes, Hanson, Vincent, and Gilbertson. First and 10, 27-yard line of the Wildcats. Handoff straight up the middle. A good hole. That's number 22, Dan Crowell. He's had great success all day long. Give credit to that offensive line, because right now, all through the day, they've been opening up the big holes for the running backs. Here you see it on the replay here, and you should be able to see that hole open up. Look at that great block right there. Frees Crowell. A gain of about 12 on the play. First down and 10. And again, the first down plays, they've been having great success. They're getting 6, 7, 8 yards a pop on the first play, and that helps. Mueller hands off to Hines here on the near side, the short side of the field. Howard turns the corner, still on his feet, finally out of bounds. Another first down, a gain of about 11. We have a penalty marker on the play. Happened after the play. Here's the replay. There you see the handoff to Hines. Watch him turn the corner. And let's see if we can see the penalty. Hines hit late after the play. I'm not sure if that's the penalty. Defensive line for William Jewell. The penalty is going against Linfield. Twig, Montgomery, Weber, and Redmond. Linebackers Mattingly, Johnson, and Henderson. Defensive backs Switzer, Armstrong, Newman, and Taylor for William Jewell. The penalty against Linfield. It's going against the Wildcats. It's a major penalty. Let's listen to referee Don Hobble.
Dead ball, personal foul, offense, first down, 25 yards.
So the Wildcats are right back to where they started. First down, 25. The ball spotted right at the Linfield 30-yard line. Randy Mueller calling the signals. Hands off straight up the middle to Crowell. Crowell, gain of a couple, not much. Good work on the defensive unit there, William Jewell. Joint host Ron Carlson, Mary Starrett, and all the crew of KATU's Faces and Places for the magic of the holiday season. Tuesday through Friday nights,